Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jim. We listen to, talk about and do all sorts of things music-y. Today we are talking records. We're talking my record collection, P. So last time I did this was February. So we did a lot of O's. We now get to the P section. That's not a specialised part of Amsterdam, by the way. Right. We have two records here by the same artist. One of which I know, one of which I do not. The artist is PFM, Italian prog rock band. I can't know what it stands for. Performia Marconi. Is that right? Something like that. Someone will tell me. But I've got two albums. So I've got the Chocolate Kings of Voila, and I have got Cook, which is a live one. I haven't listened to the live one, so that's exciting. Now, Pain of Salvation, B. We listen to this. This is a great record, a great band. Listen to this, I think maybe last year. And then more recently, another Pain of Salvation record, which was on CD. I also have another one here on record, which we've not listened to yet. This is called The Perfect Element, Part 1. Not heard this yet. But Pain of Salvation, great. Really, really good. Next up we have Patrick Moraz, the one-time keyboard player for Yes. Recognise this one? For some reason, I've got it twice. I think I bought one individually because I wanted, then the other one came in a job lot of stuff that I bought. And then we also have this one, which I've not heard yet. This is Patrick Moraz, Out of the Sun. I think this is a slightly later one than the story of I. But I'm excited to hear that one. I don't know, I just haven't had time to get around to listen to that one yet, so I've not listened to it. I should probably put those back so I don't lose them. What's next? I was going to grab a bunch because otherwise I'm going to have to be getting up and down, up and down, up and down. Right. So as is my unusual way of filing stuff, but it's how you file stuff in Discogs. Artists are listed by their first name. Now, on my CD collection around the corner, I've started doing it the other way around. So I'm listing my artists by their surname. But here we're still in in first name territory in the records. I will get around to changing these around. So Paul Hardcastle, 19. No, 19. You remember that? It was actually quite a seminal track when that came out. A lot of people rubbished it, and I don't think I was overly enthralled with it necessarily at the time. But I recognise it as actually being quite an important record. I bought this 50p or something in a charity shop. We have, Paul Simon. This is The Rhythm of the Saints. I've never heard this. This is a deliberate purchase, not that long ago, only a few weeks ago, but it is for specifically an album reaction, which has been requested. So watch this space, that'll be coming up. This is tatty. It's a 12-inch single, Pendulum. They are sort of a hard dubstep drum and bass thing. It's a really tatty record. I picked this up. I think I even bought this off eBay for peanuts, but I don't mind holding it like that. It's scratched to heck. It's unplayable. So I don't even know why it's still in the collection, but it's there. Pentangle. Another of my records which came from a job lot. So the Pentangle, Basket of Light. I think this is live. I'd assume so, because it looks like it's a picture of the Royal Albert Hall in the front. So I think it's live, but I can't be 100% certain of that. It doesn't say song involved and theme commissioned by the BBC. Just no, it doesn't say where it's recorded. Oh no, it's recorded in a studio. It's a studio album. My mistake. Right, next up we have a selection of records by a certain Mr. Peter Gabriel. We have So from the 80s, his absolutely massive record from the 80s. We have got, what's that called? I think it's just called Peter Gabriel. And we have this one, which is called Peter Gabriel as well. It can't be because it's called Peter Gabriel. Has it got a name? Seems to just have a catalogue number. That's called, I think that is called Peter Gabriel. It's not very good, this, is it, Jim? Not very together with this at all. And this one is called Peter Gabriel as well. They are two very distinct albums, but I don't know what their names are. Probably because I haven't got my glasses on, I can't actually see and read. But, it actually does not say on the spine of the record what the record's called, which is, as you might imagine, a little unusual. That just says Peter Gabriel, and this one just says Peter Gabriel. So this has got Games Without Frontiers on it, Intruder, No Self-Control. This one on a different record label, this is on Atlantic, has got On the Air, DIY, Mother of Violence, Indigo, Animal Magic, Flotsam and Jetsam. I think they're both called Peter Gabriel. Anyway, that's a strange one. Who's this guy called? This is Peter Hamill. 1978 on Charisma. Never, ever, ever heard this. I keep talking about it. This big job lot of records I bought, that was in it. He's got a big old face filling that record, hasn't he? Phil Collins. I was gifted this by a friend. Not that long ago. They wanted to get rid of, so I took it off their hands. You know, it's 1980s Phil Collins pop. It's pretty good if you like that sort of stuff, but I don't really. But it's worth having, I suppose. Right. Next up, we have another big wodge. Let's get this all out before we move on to the big section. Right. This is fun. I think I've actually played this. Pigeon and Conjura. So this is a get together between two different bands. Conjura, not Conjoiner. Conjura. Hail from the UK. I think Pigeon are from the Netherlands. Not entirely sure, but it's lush metal, but lovely, really good. Go back and look that up because that's a great video. That's a long time ago I actually did that. Right, now then we move into one artist, and it's not the one you're thinking of. It is the one that comes before that. It is, of course, the Pineapple Thief. It is the Pineapple Thief. All the Wars. they're such a great band. Such a great band. Give It Back. This is a interesting record. This is since Gavin Harrison joined them. They then re-recorded some of the earlier music, which is on here, but with Gavin Harrison playing drums. That's quite an interesting take on things. This is variations on a theme. Super duper. Super duper. Vapor Trails. That's one of my favourite tracks ever. Comes off this record. Got a similar look to, if I just move that out of shot, what else could that be that comes in P? It's not that one. Then we have Your Wilderness. I got it twice. But I got it twice deliberately because I bought one I wanted to give it to somebody. I haven't given it to them yet, so it's still sitting in my collection. And then this is their newest record. This came out very, very recently. It leads to this, The Pineapple Thief. Not listened to this on the channel. Actually, not listened to it properly at all, only via digitally. So I need to do that properly for a channel listen. But yes, Pineapple Thief are one of those bands which I discovered because of the YouTube channel and have fallen in love with. I really love their stuff. Now, this is a big section. This is a big, big section, as you might expect. Oh, come on, records, get back in the shelf. Actually, not as big as I thought it was going to be. Huh. Right. We'll just whiz through these. Momentary Lapse of Reason. Animals. This is the 2018 remix. Sounds brilliant. Atom Heart. Mother. Relics. Never heard of this one. Live at Wembley swimming pool or something. Wembley, I don't know where it is. It's a live recording from around that era. Can't be a swimming pool, can it? That sounds wrong. It's a live version of Dark Side of the Moon. We have The Wall twice. One's very tatty, which is one I've had forever. Then I rebought it as a new version. I need to get rid of the old one. And Wish You Were Here. But I have also got Up Yonder, which I'm not going to get down, as a box set of Dark Side of the Moon. So that is, I thought it was more Floyd than that. I think I got a lot on CD as well. But that's the Pink Floyd section. Right, keep moving on. Next up we have right. Recognise this band? It is, of course, The Police. Outlanders, D'Amour. Oh, such a great band, The Police. Ghost in the Machine. These aren't specifically in order, as you can tell, chronologically. Regatta de Blanc, of course. And I never know how to pronounce this. Zenyatta Mondata. Yenzata Mondata. There we go. I cannot fault any records that the Police have done. I just think they are absolutely wonderful, wonderful records. Wonderful musicians. A true power trio. I mean, they're not forgotten or sort of underrated at all, but a lot of people now who've only listened to music since, I don't know, the 1990s onwards will have missed out a lot. And we know this, obviously, and I've missed out a lot. We absolutely know this because of my discovery of all this incredible 1970s progressive stuff. But The Police was one of the best bands of the 80s, without a shadow of a doubt, in my humble opinion. And it is humble. Right, now this one is a very, very, very big section. So I'm going to do this in bits. This is not a band I've discovered because of the channel. I knew Porcupine Tree 15 years ago. So I have got a lot of Porcupine Tree, as you might be able to guess. They are something of a favourite of mine. So Coma Divine. This is early Porcupine Tree live in Rome. It's absolutely fantastic record. Absolutely fantastic. Sky Moves Sideways. Of course, we've listened to this in its entirety on the channel not that long ago. Lightbulb Sun. These are all predating Gavin Harrison, so they're sort of earlier career stuff. All fantastic, absolutely fantastic. A different band, really, but you can hear the embryonic sound of what they would become, and it's the same DNAs there right throughout. But this is called Recordings. I've not listened to this properly yet, but this is almost like outtakes or tracks that didn't make the official releases. I had a whole load of them, so I've stuck them together on this record just called Recordings. So I actually might do that on the channel at some point. What's this one called? Signify! This is, I mean, they're all super, absolutely all fantastic records. Oh man, I can't say enough good stuff about Porcupine Tree. Up the Downstair. So that's section 1 of our Porcupine Tree. We then have an absolutely massive one. I've got this in here because that's the only place I can store it. It's actually not a record, it's a CD box set called The Delirium Years. It's a beast. But it's the size of a record box set. But inside it, there are... Nope. Box fell over. There's a humongous great book, which I won't go into, but there's so many CDs in here, all packed in. It's just, yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. But I thought I'd better just quickly show you that. Well, there isn't there, but I'll tell you what we've got. We've got On the Sunday of Life, Voyage 34, Up the Downstair, Staircase Infinities, The Sky Moves Sideways, Transmission 4, Signify, Insignificance, Metanoia, Coma Divine, and The Sound of No One Listening. So there is some stuff on there that I don't actually have on record, but it's good to have on CD. All right, sticking with the old, the P tree. The journey continues. This is much more recent. This is The Incident. Up until last year, the year before, everyone thought this was their last album. Doesn't get as much love as some of their other stuff. I actually really, really like it. Deadwing, of course. We're into a sort of modern era. Fear of the Blank Planet. In Absentia. This is the one. This is the one that nobody thought was coming, and then it did. Closure Continuation, or Continuation Closure. It's Closure Continuation. And this, haven't even managed to open this one yet, but this is one I'm very, very excited to hear, and I will do. It is the Porcupine Tree live 2022 playing. It's not the concert I went to because this is recorded in Holland, but it is the same run of gigs. I saw them at Wembley. Wasn't the only one. There were a lot of people there, including people from the channel, and you know who you are. So that was, yeah. This is one. Will we play it on the channel? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But it is part of the Porcupine Tree journey, and it's another thing we never thought we were going to see. So this is Closure Continuation Live, Amsterdam, on the 7th of November 2022, made up of 4 records. And you've got everything you want on there. You've got Blackest Eyes, Harridan, Of the New Day, Rat's Return, Even Less, Drown With Me, Dignify, The Sound of Muzak, Last Chance to Evacuate Planet Earth Before It's Recycled, Chimera's Wreck, Fear of a Blank Planet, Buying a New Soul, Walk the Plank, Sentimental, Anesthetize, Herd Culling, I Drive the Hearse, Sleep Together, Collapse the Light into Earth, Halo and Trains. Yeah. What an amazing set. What an amazing set. What an amazing band. We all know that. Right. Nearly there. Nearly there. Not sure what's that. Right. Grab these ones. Is that a P? No. So, the last section. The last section of P. Here we go. This is Portishead, Dummy. Amazing, amazing record. Amazing band. Part of the 1990s trip-hop scene from Bristol. Oh, just fantastic. Just fantastic. Pretenders, the singles, so it's a compilation. Got it from the British Red Cross. Has it got the price on there? £1.40. £1.40. Bargain. It's kind of falling apart a bit, you know, a bit of glue will sort that out. Oh, this is an absolutely seminal record. It's fantastic. It's Screamadelica by Primal Scream. It is probably one of the most important records in my my history. And strangely, it should have actually made the grade really when I did my top 10 records ever. I might review that because this should be in there. It really should. This is the coming together of rock and electronic in a way that hadn't really been done before, or certainly not successfully. And this is just brilliant, 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 brilliant. If you don't know it and you want to, let me know. I'll be very happy to play this on the channel. 1999 by Prince. It is the only Prince record that I own. I'd quite like to have some more, but there's other stuff I prefer more, so I haven't actually got around to getting any more. So then we have this one, A Salty Dog by Procol Harum. It's the only Procol Harum record that I have. Another amazing band from that very early, really early sort of prog era, around the time of late 60s, early 70s. Very important, influential band. This is Propaganda. So, Trevor Horn set up a record label, and this is one of his signings after he left. I don't know, did he have the record label when he was in? Yes. Anyway, so this is, I think they're a German band actually, Propaganda, but fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. I don't really know how to describe it. It's they are synth band, electronic, but rocking. So proper songs. They're so good. Such a good band. public service broadcasting. Oh, is that that's the only one I've got? I thought I hadn't. Oh, actually, I've got CDs. So this is Bright Magic. It's another amazing band. I keep saying it, and I suppose I'm not going to own the records if they're not amazing bands, am I? But oh man, I love it. Absolutely love it. They sort of breathed a sort of breath of fresh air into commercial music in the last sort of 10, 12 years by being proggy, but under the radar prog, a bit like Muse are. And so people love it, but don't realise they're listening to sort of prog music. And I say, ooh, and Radiohead, you know, it's quite cool. Right, soundtrack album to Pulp Fiction. Not sure where to file this, so it's under P for Pulp Fiction. One of my favourite films ever, and such a great soundtrack. I had to have it on record. And then finally, my last P is Puscifer. Existential Reckoning. This is sent to me, donated by the one and only Moraz Arcanist, and it is a fantastic, amazing record. We have listened to it in its entirety on the channel. Maynard is on there. Some other people I don't know, but it's good. Really, really, really good. So, as you can see, it's a fairly broad spectrum of music. Same with the rest of the collection. So even just within one letter, there's loads of different stuff in there. But that's it. That's P. I shall leave it there. If there's anything in particular that you are aching that I should be playing, then do let me know, and we'll try and get it on the channel ASAP. But if not, I'll suspect I'll get to it at some point, and there's a lot there that I've not listened to properly, and some I've not listened to at all. So absolutely, I need to listen to it. But whether it's here or whether it's in my own time, I don't know. But I'll leave it there for now. I'll see you all in the next video, whenever and whatever that is. Until then, this is Jim. Over and out.